Dog Days of Summer. The phrase comes from the Greek, days of the dog star, or the hottest day of the year, which later simply became the dog days of summer. When we are experiencing the heat, humidity, and sense of nothing else happening, we can become dog-tired and frustrated. It's rough. Pun intended. Let's take a moment. Take a swim, take a breath, and find our way out of the dog days of summer on this episode of Casting Actors Cast.
This is Casting Actors Cast. Jeffrey Dreisbach brings you insights and inspiration. Make a difference in your acting and your acting career. Here's Jeffrey Dreisbach.
Well, hello and welcome to today's episode of Casting Actors Cast. I'm casting partner Jeffrey Dreisbach. I'm with the McCorkle Group in New York City. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a pretty good day, but boy, it's hot, which is what prompted me to want to write and perform, and share this episode with you today. Listen, if you haven't checked out the website of our podcast, our podios, podcast videos, I invite you to do so. CastingActorsCast, all one word.com. All kinds of things happening on the website. You're going to see my new book is available. Amazon is producing it and publishing it. And there's a link right there on the website, castingactorscast.com. Also, you can see creative coaching partners and my course that I'm teaching. It's a really cool course called The Art of the Audition. Also, there's some freebies for you. If you fill out that form that says dive into the talent pool, it will open up a free video called Casting Secrets, What They Don't Tell You. But also there's a book on doing voiceover work, a 100-page PDF, absolutely free. I'm not asking for anything, simply filling out that form. By the way, I don't do anything with that information. On occasion, I might send out an announcement about an upcoming episode or something like that, but I don't chew up your bandwidth. Anyway, so there we are on the website. Also some video episodes and all of the past archived episodes. You can find a place called Jeff's Jots. It's not the book. It's actually the show notes for each of the podcasts. And of course, finally, we are being broadcast on the Broadway Podcast Network. I'm really happy about that. And this is my shout out to my good friends at Actors Connection. Do check out actorsconnection.com/New York. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about how we're feeling during this incredible heat wave we've all been experiencing pretty much across the country. Also, to my friends in Europe, you're having a really challenging time as well. The heat can really zap us, right? It can take away our focus, our energy, and really it takes away our interest in basically everyday things. You know, I had a situation over the weekend where my wife and I were taking the dog out for some walks, and over time the dog just got so stressed out, and I didn't realize it at the time, but we later found out that the dog was our pet was really getting close to heat stroke. And that was something that really just really upset us quite a bit. We took the dog to our vet, and the vet gave us some information, but they also provided an electrolyte shot and a B12 shot and made the dog comfortable for us. And it was a real shock, not really being that sensitive. We just didn't know that there was such a thing. And so I just want to caution all of you who have pet owners out there, but it also triggered me to thinking about how we are really adversely affected by the conditions that we are dealing with right now. Whatever you think about, global warming, whatever you think about climate change, this is a really good case for paying attention, I think, anyway. So if you're an actor and you're working in a summer production on stage, chances are, my guess is that it's pretty much starting to wind down fairly shortly. And that's simply making way for new and upcoming season if you're in a year-round theater experience. Or maybe you're just doing summer theater, in which case it's winding down. If you've been in a class, perhaps the session is coming to a close. So you've spent July, working on something in a classroom environment. Maybe you've been taking a workshop or a specialty situation. And that is also coming to a close. You know what? The thing is, this can really drain you. It really can create a sad version of who you want to be. I know. Once I finished writing my book, Jeff's Jots, I've experienced this downtime of being affected by the weather. And that really kind of surprised me, right? I'm usually a kind of a happy guy. I'm usually upbeat and positive, but this time it was kind of kicking my butt, and I kind of wondered what was going on. And so I did a lot of research about this, and that's what I wanted to share with you today and give you some thoughts on how to make the best of it, even though we're hot. Of course, the very most important first thing, and I know you probably know what I'm going to say, is you got to hydrate. You've got to drink a lot of water in this weather. You've got to make sure your parents, your family, your children, your pets are all being taken care of. And my suggestion is that you simply take stock of your current situation. And somewhere in this current situation, it's important that you try to find some gratitude. Try to be grateful for those things that you have in your life right now. Be grateful for an opportunity to be able to, listen to a podcast, to be able to take care of yourself on a daily basis, to care about others. Finding gratitude is probably the single best thing you can do for yourself, next to hydration, of course. Here's another suggestion I have for you. I think it's valuable to indulge in a fantasy or indulge in a projection of the next career successes you want to have. So if you project what the next best thing is for you, I would like you to indulge in that fantasy. What does that look like? Use your imagination and come up with a scenario that has you being successful. It's really kind of fun. It's kind of an escape, I know, but you know what? We deserve to have an escape every once in a while. Something to get excited about. If you're looking for more film and television opportunities, for example, in your acting career, why not fantasize about what that might look like? Enjoy the projection of being on a set. Enjoy the audition and then the callback, and then picture yourself having that successful experience. I think there's value in that. Here's another one, but it's a slightly different energy, I think, here. But I had trouble writing this out, and I ended up coming up with this. Clean your house physically. I know, it's hot. No one feels like cleaning their house, which is exactly, in my mind, why you should do it. You know that closet that's still full of winter stuff that you haven't quite tackled? This might be a good time to kind of think about, okay, maybe I'm just going to take on this corner of the house, or I'm going to take on this closet, or I'm going to clean out the pots and pans and really make an effort to solidify what I use for cooking. In other words, just take on a task that you normally wouldn't take and see if that doesn't help shift your perspective and feel more comfortable, feel better about you and the current situation you find yourself in, especially during these dog days of summer. Here's another suggestion. I really would love this if you could just do something for fun. Just decide you're going to do something for fun, whether it's today or plan it for tomorrow. For example, go for a swim. Find a way to get out to a beach or a pool. Hike. Go for a sail. Have you ever sailed? Have you ever been on one of those little sunfish sailboats? Those are so much fun. Go with somebody maybe who knows how to sail if you've never done it before. It's like a very, very cool experience. Take a walk in the woods. I like going in the woods, by the way. Guess what? It's cooler. The shade makes you feel cooler. So just a walk in the woods, getting you into a slightly different environment can really be a healthy way to reframe your current outlook. All right, if that doesn't help, here's another one. I think you should binge a TV show. Just binge something that you've been looking forward to binging. Just decide, okay, it's 100 degrees out. The air conditioner is working overtime. I'm just going to watch something and binge on it. I'm going to make some popcorn. I'm going to get together with somebody that I know and care about, and we're just going to binge something together. But here's the catch. If you are going to binge something, I want you to research the writer. I want you to research the director. Go to IMDb. Find out more about these people, these creative folks who've got something on the air. Also, don't forget to do some research and find out who the casting director is. There's something really cool about getting familiar with those people in the industry that can potentially help you. So you're not just doing it to watch something idly. You're doing it as a kind of a research project that doesn't cost a lot. There's not a big cost factor involved by doing research. All right, let's move on from there. Here's a simple suggestion. Read a screenplay. When was the last time you actually got a screenplay and you just read it? You can find them all over the internet. So just Google new screenplays or how to write a screenplay and then write your own, whatever. But divert your attention to something that's productive, but yet does not have additional pressure attached to it. Another suggestion is freshen up your website. Yeah. Now's the time to take an objective look about how your website is being viewed. What could you do to freshen it up? And not just give it, new credits or a new design, but zhuzh it up a little bit. Have some fun. Make the website something that makes you feel better about you and makes you look more attractive at the same time. I also think write a fan letter. When was the last time you wrote a fan letter? Wrote to somebody telling them how much you really like their work. I think that that's really helpful. So those are a handful of suggestions I'm making for you that I'd love for you to take on right now. And I've got some more coming up right after this. Are you wishing for acting success? Are you ready with audition techniques for theater, film, and television? Are you ready with proven methods for growing your talent? Are you ready to boost your business? It would help if you had a playbook to guide you. Now, there's Jeff's Jots, the Actor's Career Playbook by Jeffrey Dreisbach. Jeff's Jots at Amazon.com, CastingActorsCast.com, available in paperback, hardcover, or ebook. Stop wishing and start doing with Jeff's Jots, the Actor's Career Playbook. Welcome back. The process of taking a new action is quite challenging. After all, it's really hard to start something new or to take on an additional task. But it is a good idea to take the first step. It's not just the goal to finish. Just start. Now, here's what's going to happen when you decide to move forward with some of these choices. First of all, the misdirection will remove any self-doubt and self-pity you might have about being in the dog days of summer. It really is true. A diversion is not an escape. It is actually a way to shift your focus. And when you shift your focus to a new experience, that really does promote a sense of well-being. Here's another one. I think that when you are able to do those things we just suggested, your outlook will move into a place of productivity. You're going to feel more productive. I promise you. So whether it's cleaning your closet or binging something on television or reading a screenplay or taking a walk, the dog days of summer are upon us. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Finding the cool breeze of positivity and forward movement offers relief and a useful way of coping with your creativity. So think about the dog days of summer. think about the fact that they're not going to last forever. They're going to be over soon, I promise. And so if you've done a few of those things to help you feel better with your current situation, it will absolutely open up opportunities for your future situation. Now, I know, practically speaking, that at McCorkle Casting, we're working on several projects at the same time. And it seems like we're sort of swimming through Jell-O a little bit right now. Some of the projects are just sort of, creeping along, some of the film work that we're doing. We're still trying to produce and work on a feature film. We're still looking excited about this animated feature that we're casting the voices for. So slowly there's these really potentially exciting things that are taking place. But boy, it just feels like we're slogging it out, and every day is met with a little bit of drudgery. I have to be honest. And I realize that this is kind of a pattern that we've been experiencing for a long time. So it's not just this summer, not just this dog days of summer, but it really does go back to almost every year. This is the time when there's a different kind of transition in the air. That's why I wanted to bring up that if you were involved in a summer theater project and that summer theater project is winding down, there's a little sadness about that. Fall is going to be here before we know it. And are we ready for the opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves in the fall? So that's another thing that we need to take a look at. Most importantly, just take care of yourself. Try some of these ideas. Let me know if you had any success by trying any of these things. I would love to hear from you. It really means a great deal to me to know that you are still out there and you're still listening and you're still giving me some feedback. Finally, I just want to say that as we get to the fall, I'm going to be reevaluating your self-tapes again. Yep, that's right. We've had a lot of success when I suggest this for actors who are listening to Casting Actors Cast. If you are interested in submitting your self-tape and give me permission to review it live on the air, you're going to be helping a ton of other actors with your work. And it becomes kind of a community effort that we can improve the quality of our auditions with our self-tapes. So, you can get a hold of me. My email address is really easy, castingactorscast@gmail.com. You can do it through the website, castingactorscast.com. So there really is no excuse for you not to consider sending me your self-tape so that I can give it a review live on the air. I think that's going to be really, really fun. So that's all I have for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please come back and join me next time. I'm Jeffrey Dreisbach, and this is Casting Actors Cast.